Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the General's Handbook 2023. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. General's Handbook 2023, a time for Galician Champions. What is a Galician Champion? Well, I guess we'll find out together. After a season spent battling in the claustrophobic tunnels of Galit, the veterans who once ruled those subterranean skirmishes have retreated to lick their wounds. As the armies of the mortal realms march across the splintered land once more, it now falls to bold heroes to inspire their allies in a new General's Handbook for 2023. You can check out the summary video if you like. We're going to go ahead and read the whole article. General's Handbook Pitch Battles 2022-23 Season 2 will shake up the landscape in match play as Galician champions are taking charge on the front lines. The new keyword applies to all unmounted heroes with a wounds characteristic of less than 10. Including the likes of swift high gladiatrixes, fungus-brained loon bosses, or savage beast lords. So that's important to note then. It's basically going to give you some benefits for taking heroes that are unmounted with less than 10 wounds. So that's pretty cool. So here we see the cover. It's got a little Skaven action going on there. Pretty nice artwork right there. These champions have discovered the key to victory, which it turns out involves not getting shot full of arrows. In game terms, as long as Galician champions are within 1 inch of a friendly battle line unit, they cannot be targeted by enemy missile attacks. Aim those crossbows elsewhere, lads. No sniping today. So obviously that is very strong. Being able to essentially just stay near a battle line unit and afforded protection is very similar to what we see in Warhammer 40,000 as well. Waging war in the Hypogean gloom beneath the realms of battle has sharpened their reactions. If you're taking a second turn in a battle round, one of the Galician champions may take a desperate action, allowing them to perform 2 heroic actions instead of 1. So that's pretty neat. Obviously, if your opponent gets the first turn in the battle round, therefore you are taking the second turn, you can do 2 heroic actions. One of them would be a desperate action. The key to victory. Friendly Galician champions cannot be picked as the target of attacks made with missile weapons while they're within 1 inch of any friendly battle line unit. And then desperate action, if you are taking the second turn in the current battle round, at the start of the hero phase, you can pick 1 friendly Galician champion on the battlefield to carry out 2 different heroic actions in the phase instead of 1. Fittingly, there are 2 new heroic actions to choose from this season. Strike at the opening lets a Galician champion fight in the hero phase. Turn the tide by striking at a weakened or overeager foe. You can't use it to fight in the hero phase, however, and that champion suffers the strike last effect for the rest of the turn. They can combo this with lead by example and command their sworn bodyguard to fight alongside them in the hero phase, with the same restrictions. This vicious 1-2 punch gives you a chance to neutralize an out-of-position threat before you even think about moving or shooting with the rest of your army. So the heroic action, strike at the opening. Pick 1 friendly Galician champion within 3 inches of an enemy unit. The hero can fight if it has not already fought in this phase. However, the hero cannot fight again in the phase, and the strike last effect applies to the hero until the end of the turn. And then heroic action, lead by example. Pick 1 friendly Galician champion that has a sworn bodyguard unit that has just carried out the strike at the opening heroic action. If the sworn bodyguard unit is wholly within 6 inches of a Galician champion and within 3 inches of an enemy unit, the sworn bodyguard unit can fight if it has not already fought in the phase. However, that unit cannot fight again in the phase, and the strike last effect applies to that unit until the end of the turn. So that's pretty neat. Obviously, fighting in the hero phase gives you a big advantage. Could potentially wipe something out, free up those units to do other actions. Pretty cool overall. And then obviously having a hero and then also having a bodyguard unit gives you a bunch of extra bonuses because giving you the opportunity to fight with both of them. So what is a sworn bodyguard? They're part of one of the Galician Command, one of the 3 new core battalions this season. The battalion pairs a Galician champion with a single unit of infantry, such as an arch revenant and a loyal band of tree revenants. This team-up not only unlocks the lead by example heroic action, it provides them with the united in purpose ability, which allows your champion and the bodyguard to fight in an unbroken chain in the combat phase if they are wholly within 6 inches of each other, keeping your foes from fighting free. So that is definitely pretty cool. So we see the Galician Command right here, united in purpose. The infantry unit in the battalion is a sworn bodyguard of the Galician champion in this battalion. In the combat phase, when you pick the Galician champion in this battalion to fight for the first time in that phase, if the sworn bodyguard in the battalion is wholly within 6 inches of that Galician champion and has not yet fought in that phase, the Galician champion and the sworn bodyguard can fight one after the other in order of your choice. That is literally the longest sentence I have ever seen. We could probably squeeze a period in there somewhere. We don't need like one gigantic run-on sentence, but these new options unlock fresh tactics and opportunities for devious generals, but they're just the start. The General's Handbook also includes a realm spell for punishing units camping out on objectives, a new command ability to trade piling in for extra attacks, and a stockpile of artifacts and unique aspects of champion enhancements reserved for Galician Champions. Grand strategies, battle tactics, and battle plans have also received updates. Half of each roster are returning favorites from Season 1, while the other half are new arrivals, with their focus set firmly on Galician Champions. Be sure to muster your heroes. You can tuck into all the juicy details early next year, while the Warhammer Studio will discuss these changes in the next edition of MetaWatch. Make sure not to miss it. Sign up for the newsletter. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOgames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOgames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOgames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOgames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40K, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOgames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOgames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. So clearly we see what's going on here. GW is putting special emphasis on heroes with less than 10 wounds that are not mounted. So basically you get a bunch of extra potential benefits for taking those heroes, which makes sense because they're in many ways underpowered. Without a mount, they're a little bit slow, and with less than 10 wounds, they tend to have a little less effect on the game as some big 20 or 30, 40 wound monster. So I think overall this seems interesting. It should change the dynamic of the game a little bit, and I'll be looking forward to seeing some of the follow-up articles and information as well. So let me know what you think down below. Does it seem like this is going to be super strong for certain situations, or does it seem a little bit meh? I think overall it's pretty cool. I like the idea of it. I like that they are trying to overall affect the meta with some of these cool abilities, rules, etc. Being able to fight in the hero phase definitely can change the battle a little bit as well. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to let me know down below. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. And that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.